Good evening, gamers, and welcome to e-rev TV. It's your boy Big Max here, bringing you guys some more CEvo action. Co-casting alongside of me tonight is going to be the infamous Mr. Wet the System. How you doing tonight, Wet?
I'm doing great tonight. Thanks.
Good. Also on video, we do have Pele here from e-rev TV, so big shout out to him. Always a pleasure. And CEvo admin Kuzminko is overseeing this as well, so big shout out to him. So it looks like bands are underway. I'm going to do lineups real quick. Looks like playing on Legion side, we're going to have the Cool Kids. Playing for the Cool Kids is going to be Womp Womp, Benjamin Nin2, K-Bot, Fongsta, and Undercover. Playing for Infernal Cry over here on the Hellborn side is going to be Munchkin, Dirty Mobs, No Hope, Moo Moo Moo, and Tricksta. So anyways, bands are underway. We do have word that Empath is going to come out this Friday, and everybody that saw that sneak peek teaser video has to be wondering what the fuck went wrong. I don't know what happened there. That was some really cool stuff right there. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I wanted to know what her possession ability is going to be, whether it's going to be like a shrunken head effect or a boosted damage and speed effect. I don't know. It's an interesting idea that I've seen a lot of Dream Heroes have.
Well, yeah. I mean, you saw the little purple wall. We saw her kind of like phased up right above Rampage, and I don't know. I still think that shrunken head, that Rampage already had it. I think that's something to throw everybody off the loop. It's going to be something different. I think she's going to have a really wacky ult, some kind of weird, crazy kind of anti-gank ult. I'm foreseeing something really random out of S2 games. As bands look underway, so far we've got Slither being banned, Sandwraith being banned, ooh, Dr. Repulsor, Devourer, Bombardier, and Bubbles. Pretty common so far.
Yeah, you don't necessarily see Sandwraith banned that often, but he has gotten more and more popular in the competitive scene. After, I think it was a DYA tournament, the Asian scene kind of showed how powerful Sandwraith can be.
Yeah, Sandwraith, is everybody's favorite late game carry. Once he gets stacked, it's pretty hard to stop him. So you got to cripple him early, and some teams just really don't want to deal with that. Myrmidon's going to join that ban list as well. I think we have one or two more bans. I believe one more ban, as we're going to wait for the Cool Kids to, do their final ban here. Any other news in the HON community right now? Something about Ice, correct?
Yeah, I think Ice got the breakup, and it's looking like INFS, whether they're just trolling or not. A lot of internet drama going on. Some clans are breaking up.
Yeah, it's always not a good thing. You like to see top competitive teams stay together and, really play well. And an interesting ban to finish it off, Polywog. I think that was maybe just a I don't care ban, or what?
Maybe they don't want to deal with the push strat.
Okay. So that could be what it is. We're going to see a fast Thunderbringer pick here for Infernal Cry. Kind of an interesting first pick, but he is very overpowered with his ult and just spell shards and just a lot of damage if not well contained. So I think that's a good pick, don't you, Wet?
I hate Thunderbringer. I hate being against him. He's such a pain in the ass.
Yeah, I hate playing against Thunderbringer myself. You gotta always worry about, is your HP gonna be high enough? If you're walking back to the well, you're gonna get hit with his ult. So it's always that gambling risk, But hey, so we are waiting to see a couple picks here by the Cool Kids. Not sure what they're gonna pick right now. Still going on around that. Some cool, nice drama going on here in the all chat text going on. So. The Cool Kids kind of milking the clock here a little bit, not sure exactly what to do. We're going to see a Pharaoh, and I know you love Pharaoh, Wet. I mean, you are just crazy about him.
By far my favorite hero, has the most fun ability set. He's just always around everywhere, and you're always like, man, is Pharaoh going to ultimate me?
Yeah, and you also got to worry about, he's just like Thunderbringer, but minus the whole, hey, I'm going to one-hit the button, and, everybody's going to get hit, but he can still hit you from 9,000 yards away. Plague Rider's also going to join that Pharaoh, so some pretty nice kind of slow heroes, kind of keep him contained. Nice Plague ult. I don't know about Plague though. He's pretty easy to avoid if the team's not dumb. Kind of just spread out, get away from the ult. But he is still good for slow. Great support hero, so Big props on the play pickup, you know, his armor and stuff. Waiting for a couple of picks here by Infernal Cry. We're gonna probably see a carry or maybe something out of this this picks right here, and I don't know what's gonna counter that Pharaoh.
Nothing really counters Pharaoh. A good way to counter Pharaoh is just to completely destroy him so he can't get tanky enough where he's useful in team fights.
Alright, so I mean he is pretty useful even without tankiness, but once he gets tanked up, man, oh dude, he just comes in and out of those lanes. So we're gonna see Hellbringer, who wasn't banned and neither was Pharaoh, so Hellbringer's gonna make his appearance here in this Han match, and we're also gonna see Witch Slayer. So that's 3 ints right off the bat, all with good damage. Well, Thunderbringer more for the burstiness, and the other two for that lockdown and that slow. I think Hellbringer's an excellent pickup. Puppet Master probably looks like it's going to be one of their carries.
Kind of hard to tell. They're just clicking around. Oh, no, Yellow took Puppet Master, so it's going to be the Legion's carry. I wanted to talk about the Plague Rider. I'm kind of surprised we don't see him more in competitive play because he's such a good babysitter. He denies a creep every few seconds. His nuke hits really hard, and he's very self-sufficient.
He's also able to set up a lot of really good ganks too with that nice slow. So we're also going to see a Dimension Shaman join that Cool Kids team. Maybe a tri-lane. I'm not sure. I don't see one of their hard carries, but I mean usually there's a tri-lane in professional type of play like this, so I'm sure we're going to see it. If not, huge bummer, because I love tri-lanes. Maybe see a tri-lane against a 2-lane, then that'll just be really fun. But so we are going to see Dimension Shaman waiting on a couple of last picks here by Infernal Cry. They need to pick a hard carry and I think an initiate support. I mean, they have Hellbringer, but they still need that kind of tank initiate, don't they, Wet?
Maybe not. They've got a lot of burstiness. Hellbringer can drop his ult, and between Thunderbringer and Witch Slayer, I don't really see anyone living through that.
Yeah, so I don't know. I always think the complete team is to have some really nice support with a good ints, a lot of stun disable, and then one really hard carry. Not necessarily like a late game carry like Sandwraith, but just a good hard carry that has good lane presence early game, and then just a great tank initiator. And we're going to see sort of just that, actually. We're going to see Hammerstorm being played. They played him last time when they played against Clubhouse. Hammerstorm, a great pickup. He's kind of their initiate type deal, support, and they're also going to have Flint Beastwood as their hard carry. So what do you think about those two picks?
As I said last game that we casted, he's a very versatile character. He can either go full support, he can kind of get a little bit tanky and have that portal key, or he can even carry.
Yes, that infamous portal key that my 1500 bracket account has never seen. But anyway, we're gonna go right over here to the Cool Kids. They picked up Swiftblade. They even swapped the alt avatar. It is serious business here. There's been some back and forth chatting here in all chat. Tensions are rising. Blood is boiling. Let's get this game underway. Swiftblade's going to be an interesting choice. They have a lot of targeted spells, so Swiftblade is going to be able to get around that. I don't know. This could be very interesting. Do we see a tri-lane? Are we going to see it?
There's definitely tri-lane potential on both the Legion and Hellborn side, so I expect so.
Alrighty, so we're going to see that right now. Any mid predictions on who's going to go mid, who will solo in that tri-lane type deal? I'm sure Pharaoh's going to solo somewhere.
I was expecting Pharaoh to solo mid against Thunderbringer, but that might not happen. I'm not sure who's going to solo for the Legion Hellborn team. I guess it's going to be Hellbringer.
Alright, so Hellbringer looks like right now he's going to head top. We've got 4 heading bottom again, like they did that last time against Clubhouse. Maybe going to try for a rune gank. Just set up wards, maybe try and get an early kill. All that type of stuff. So, Hammerstorm, Thunderbringer, we've got Flint Beastwood, Mr. Captain Flint over there, and Witch Slayer's going to be down at bottom so far. Only 2 going bottom right now, Dimension Shaman and Swiftblade, so might not be tri-laning. So it looks like we're going to see Thunderbringer run off now. He's going to go to middle. Hellbringer's still up top. Pharaoh's going to go up top, and Plague Rider is heading bottom. And okay, so Puppet's going to mid against that. We're going to see solo top by Pharaoh and a tri-lane at bottom. Tri-lane at bottom. Ooh, Swiftblade's there too. This is going to be hectic, man. Swiftblade's not going to get targeted by those spells, and then they've got that stun and slow and that heals by the Plague and Desham.
The biggest thing I worry
This is going to
about
be
for
interesting.
the Legion team is they don't have a real hard stun like the Hellborn team does.
True, but they do have that magic immunity, and that's where I'm looking at on the Legion team as their strong point right now, that they do have that sort of, hey, you've got a lot of int, but we've got someone who's kind of immune to spells for just a little bit. I mean, it's still not the whole game, but it's definitely a good enough time to make Swiftblade a really good hero for this matchup. So things are going to get underway here. We're looking at bottom lane right now. We're looking at this action ready to go. Looks like setting up a couple counter wards just in case they try to counter ward or ward the creep pull. That's what Plague Rider's doing right now. He's kind of running around right now. Probably going to set up a ward for his team, and he did. So just at bottom right now, we've got Hammerstorm going in the woods. He played that way just that last time as well. So Hammerstorm kind of doing his thing as he usually does. Flint's down here at middle, or not at middle, sorry, at bottom. So we're not going to see Flint in middle. Is that wise? Not have Flint middle?
No, I think Flint's probably their ideal choice for the tri-lane. I can't really see doing it with Thunderbringer, even though I did see a Thunderbringer-ish tri-lane before.
Alright, so Thunderbringer's going to get some early harass on here on that Puppet. Puppets, though, really hitting him hard. Ping's going down on here at bottom lane. A lot of action going on. Looks like that creep spawn never got off because they did ward their own creep spawn with the counter ward. So thank you for pointing that out, Mr. Kuz. So anyway, we're going to get back here to bottom lane, middle lane, everything looks stable. Top lane, Ferris having a little bit of trouble with that Hellbringer, but that's, you know, pretty understandable early game. He's a melee hero. Thunderbringer's just got a lot of slow. That blood boil really hurts. Here we go. We're going to see a pause here, and it's now official. So that takes care of that. I'm sure there's a reason for the pause, or maybe he's just making it official. But I don't know. I think we're going to see Bloodlust anywhere but bottom. I don't think we're going to see a Bloodlust at bottom, even though that there's the two tri-lanes. I think we're going to see it middle, we're going to see it top wet.
Yeah, it could be middle if Thunderbringer gets too ambitious. I really expected Pharaoh to go against Thunderbringer. I don't know if I agree with putting him against Hellbringer. Hellbringer's just so good at soloing against someone who doesn't put up much of a threat like Pharaoh does.
Yeah, I mean, either way, Fair would have to deal with some really burst spells or just overall lane presence, and you know, like I said, that boil he puts out that just really hurts from Hellbringer, and just, you know, overall magic damage reduction, and he can heal himself in the slow and stuff. But I think either way, Fair would have a tough lane, as we see a double damage rune just spawned over here at top lane. I think that maybe might be his better choice to go up against Thunderbringer, but he would have problems either way. I mean, you know, that's just what I think. It'd be hard, but you're right. He'd probably have a little easier time in middle lane. So we're going to see the unpause here go off. Hammerstorm still level 1 down here. He's running around trying to get a good stun here, initiate on a first blood kill. You know, looked like he was raising his hammer there for a second, maybe trying to scare him into thinking he's going to stun. Not really going to work though. Swiftblade's not going to pop his spin yet. Puppet Master backing up on middle. Thunderbringer really taking a beating. He's going to get rune control too here. Thunderbringer's going to pick up that double damage rune, refilling his bottle. 2-1 right now on his ability, so we're going to see Chain Lightning at 1. That's what I like to see. Should be picking up Rod next, right? I mean, it's pretty much the way Thunderbringer's played. You don't usually put any more points in Chain Lightning.
Yeah, Chain Lightning's for proccing that amazing ability, Lightning Rod. It's really his defining ability.
Yeah, I mean, you think that the spells hit hard, but man, they hit even harder with that Lightning Rod. So some woods going on over here around here on the Legion team. Plague Rider kind of sitting in the woods right now. They're pushing up a little bit. Tension is rising at this bottom lane. I know it. These teams won a Bloodlust the other team. They both won it. We're going to see a morph coming off over here and a stun. Here comes a hammer stun. Swiftblade with a nice spin, though, is going to get out of that stun real fast, and they're going to back off on that one. So I think that was an amazing spin by Swiftblade. He must have been mashing the piss out of that key.
Yeah, it's true. And the reason it was even better is that Hammerstorm wasted the mana to actually cast the stun.
Yeah, he thought he could get it off in time, but man, that Swiftblade had that button ready. Middle lane still pretty much at a stalemate. Had a couple of lightning bolts being shot out here by the Thunderbringer. Puppet Master's low, but he's not going to back off yet. Double damage wore off for Thunderbringer. Top lane looks pretty stable so far. Hellbringer still taking a beating to that Pharaoh right now. Pharaoh under one level under, sorry, that Hellbringer. So Pharaoh's still having a tough time. We go back here to bottom lane. Still nothing going on here. Plague Rider sitting in the back of the woods right now, trying to get some good initiate. We're gonna see a slow here. Is Witchslayer gonna go down? I don't know. He got slowed. I think Witchslayer might go down. Oh, he's gonna morph though. It's Witchslayer getting away. What a great morph by Witchslayer. He basically made all three of them useless right there with that stun and a good morph real fast on that Swiftblade. So yeah, but he made great use of his abilities. Very good play there by the Legion. Both teams really battling out here for that first blood kill. We still haven't seen it yet. Top lane looking pretty low right now. Pharaoh's pretty low up there against that Hellbringer, who's just dominating. We're going to see a boil going off right here, and there's Bloodlust. Tongue-tied a little bit there for a second. But yes, we are going to see Bloodlust here at top lane. I called it. I knew it was going to happen because I just foresaw Pharaoh getting a little too comfortable up there. But
yeah,
so we didn't see it. But
this isn't looking good for the Legion team. Thunderbringer is completely dominating Puppet Master at mid, and the same thing's going for Hellbringer against Pharaoh. They're losing two of their lanes, and they're really not doing that great in their tri lane at the moment either.
Well, neither team is, but what the Hellborn team has going for them right now is once the mid lane and top lane get very comfortable and they feel like they can leave, they're going to have that extra support where the Legion team won't. So that's going to really add up in the end. And if the Hellborn team or the Legion team can't bounce back and maybe get a little bit more lane presence in top and middle, it could just keep going downhill from here. But we, still really early here. Gold total or gold differences and XP differences all the same. Not a minimal or not a margin yet. So we're gonna see a couple of stuns being dished out there on that Demented Shaman. He's gonna go down without dispute. That's it. D-Sham goes down. Swiftblade getting away, not before he gets a little low. So Swiftblade playing a little out there. I mean, he does have that spin, but I think if they catch him off guard, oh, there he goes. He got a health pot. So I was gonna say a couple of quick stuns on Swiftblade. He might not live. Thunderbringer is level 6 right now, so the Legion team best be careful, as they do have that almighty powerful ult on the Hellborn team. Pharaoh playing really far back right here, not even in experience range, just getting desecrated up top. He's going to shoot out a couple of bolts here, trying to maybe get some damage done and just kind of get Hellbringer away. Go back to bottom here. Flint has his phase boots already. That's some really good farming by the Flint. So going good here at bottom lane. 2-0 right now for the kills, so everything's pretty stable. And middle lane's going to have to back right here for the Legion side. So that's just more time that they're not having in that top and middle lane. It's really going to cripple them, I think.
Yeah, and the gold difference is actually fairly significant for only 7 minutes in.
Yeah, I mean, it's still pretty early. The Bloodlust does make it jump. That's why I didn't want to call it, too bad, but it is. It's like 3,400 right now, and it's 2,000 experience, and I guess for 7 minutes, and that is a bit high. But I'd be more surprised if it was like, 5,000, 6,000, so they're still not too far behind. A couple of hero kills, they'll be right up into the game. Legion just needs to get their stuns and slows going together with some coordinated ganks from top and middle. Courier's going to come down here for both teams right now, both to bottom lane as well, as we're going to see Thunderbringer running into the Legion's shop right now. He's got his boots, he's running around, he's finding Puppet. Puppet's going to get on there. Pharaoh's going to come in on this Thunderbringer though. Thunderbringer spamming out spells, not going to live through this, I don't think. The Puppet's going there, he's not even going to run, he's just going to hit it. And we're going to see a smackdown there by Fongsta to Moo Moo Moo. So Fongsta doing his thing. Good kill there by the Puppet Master, getting him some farm. And we're going back here to bottom lane. Nothing going on right now. We're going to see play going in the woods. He's going to drop a ward just to make sure that they're not going to come from behind. Hammer's looking like he's gonna go counter ward. Maybe he's got a couple of he's got a counter ward. And while I'm doing this, top lane's gonna get killed. So it looks like a Malthus stun and a blood boil going off here, or death boil going off, and Pharaoh's gonna go down again with, and that's, I don't know. He's level 6. Hellbringer's level 8. It's not looking too good for Pharaoh, huh?
Yeah, it's just going to be a repeat story in that top lane. If Hellbringer has his ultimate up, Pharaoh's just not going to be much Pharaoh can do.
So as that went on at bottom lane, we did have a couple of stuns being dished out by both teams. Swiftblade got into the mix of things, did spin, did get the kill on Witchslayer, but went down afterwards, or Deshawn went down, as well as Plague with that Thunderbringer ult. So a couple of them went down there for both teams, more to the Legion side though, and it's 5-2 right now. Gold totals rose to, or gold differences rose to 5,600, so now there's some pretty big difference right now. Flint's going to come up here in middle lane. He doesn't have ult though, but I think he can outrange and shoot him. And we're going to have TB come in and steal it. I think that was pretty wise. Just don't let him get away. He's still going to get some assist gold for it anyway.
Yeah, I don't think
so,
he would have picked it up on his own.
Yeah, so not you know, wouldn't care about that. Probably not going to cry over it. So really good kill there though at middle lane. Kind of keep their only sort of carry. Swiftblade a carry, but I don't like Swiftblade as a hard carry. I really don't. So looks like they're gonna more rely on Puppet. What you think?
Well, Swiftblade is a hard carry. I just don't think he's the best hard carry anymore. But he's still a very powerful hero. I love seeing a really stacked Puppet Master. It's fun to watch him just run people over. But you know, their whole team is having a tough time. It's gonna be really tough to farm when you've got Thunderbringer just popping up everywhere you go.
So it looks like Hellbringer's not going to keep that constant pressure like he had on that Pharaoh up at top lane. Hellbringer's more into the woods right now, creep pulling and stuff. Maybe trying to push the lane back because he pushed up too far. But that's giving time for Pharaoh to catch up in levels and stuff. Going to go back to bottom lane here as a couple of heroes have hit level 6. It's going to be the two carries right now, Swiftblade and Flint Beastwood. So now they got to contend with Swift Spin and Ult. So it's going to be a little bit more exciting once we get something going on here. We got a TP in by this Hellbringer, who I believe has Malphas up. Yes, in 5 seconds he will have Malphas up, and we might see an extraordinary gank here. I'm waiting for it. He's playing back. Bolt being shot out by Pharaoh. So Pharaoh is back at base right now. Here comes a stun. There's that. There's Malphas. But Swift getting that spin off again. A great spin by Swift. One's going to go down. Two's going to go down. Bolt to Hellbringer. Here comes Pharaoh in. Pharaoh's going to Hellfire. Put the mummies up. I don't think that's doing much right now. A couple are going to go down maybe. Oh my god. An amazing stun there by that Witchslayer. He's going to get taken down after saving 2 of his teammates. There goes Pharaoh, I think, by that Death Boil. There goes Swiftblade. I don't know why he mummies. They're not going to need to chase him anyway. He goes down, and 4 kills right there to the Hellborn team. Did you see that stun? That was incredible.
Yeah, it was a great stun, and it was just good play by the Hellborn team. And that Pharaoh ultimate was really good, but then he followed it up by a not so good mummies. He locked Swiftblade out, and it looked like Swiftblade had some pathing issues because of it.
So we are going to see gold differences rise to 8,500, 4,000 experience. Hellborn on top of that. 10-3 kills right now. Towers, actually no, towers are 1 down for the Legion. So Legion has 1 less tower. Soon to be 2 here if they keep this constant push up at bottom lane. We're going to see Thunderbringer come down in here, pick up that Haste Rune. Thunderbringer's going to make his way down here with the Haste Rune. They're going to see him though, it looks like, because they still have some wards up maybe. So pinging around here, we're going to have bottom lane. We got Hellbringer still down here, waiting in the woods. Hammerstorm a little low, he's still down here. Flint and Witch, a lot of stuns going on. Middle action going on right here. And Puppet's going to try and take on that Thunderbringer and pay the price, because Thunderbringer is going to dominate. So Thunderbringer picking up a quick kill there, keeping that Puppet under-leveled, under-farmed, and if he's going to be their carry, it's not looking good for him. Swiftblade trying to get some free farm time up at top lane. And what do you think so far, What?
I think it's totally in the Hellborn's favor. There's a pretty massive difference in gold and an increasing difference in experience.
Yeah, I hate to see him so one-sided. I like to see the whole comeback kid type thing, or, you know, that kind of Rocky thing where the underdog comes back and wins it. But It's 11-3 right now. It's still really early, and the Legion still does have some quite powerful heroes. So it's not over yet, I wouldn't say, but definitely in the Hellborn's favor, as you said. We need to see a really good turnaround here, a good team fight, maybe a good gank by the Legion team, just to kind of get some kind of presence. You know, hey, we're here. You know, we're still in it. So haven't seen that yet by the Legion team. Looking to see that soon, and we're not going to see it quite yet. A lot of farming still being done. We're going to have Puppet and Swift in middle lane taking on this Hellbringer right now and Witch Slayer. Witch Slayer trying to get up to level 6 so you can get that great ult. Witch Slayer going a little low by that Tormented Soul. So you got to watch out because they still do have Pharaoh. They both have really annoying heroes that can hit you from across the map.
Yeah, I think
one just more people than another.
Traded up a free kill right there. The creep wave had already been pushed, and Witch Slayer was back, and she had phase boost. I think she could have probably picked that up and got out very easily.
Maybe she just didn't want to use her ult. I don't know. I mean, she definitely could have, but maybe not wasted on one person. But I think at the rate it is right now, they need to get their kills any way they can. So we are going to see 4 down here for the Legion team. An ult going off here. Oh, wow. Some great coordination going on there, even though Flint didn't get the kill. Flare going out right there. Puppet barely getting away. There goes Malphys. Here comes some Death Boil. He's got the magic armor. And a Plague Ult going out. They're going to spread out, though, just like I told you they would. There goes a quick stun by Hammerstone on that Swift Blade. Malphys taking on those creeps right now. Malphys beating those creeps up. Pharaoh's trying to get away. Not going to get away. Onslaught there by that Hellbringer. Nemesis there, too. It's pretty crazy right now. Puppet barely getting away. He's going to run back. Okay. Thought he was going to come back in the lane. This tower is going to fall. Gold difference is 11,000. Experience difference is 7,000. Soon to be more after this tower. Wow, what a team fight.
Man, that was some awesome coordination between Flint Beastward and Thunderbringer to drop Diminished Shaman before he even knew what hit him.
Yeah, I mean, even though Flint didn't get it, when I saw that crosshair, then it was like boom, boom. He get the Chain Lightning, the burst, and then that ult kind of hit, but I think Chain Lightning hit before the ult. Or the ult hit and then he finished it off with Chain. One of the two happened. But Flint not picking up the kill. Don't think he's really bothered about it. Flint having still a great game. He's already got a Firebrand here. 15 minutes in. That is not bad for a tri-lane. So he's still doing pretty damn good. Legion team falling behind a little bit now. They're 13,000 gold almost in differences. So 2 towers down as well. Witch Slayer still not level 6 though. Chasing that Plague though. Gonna get a stun off though. We're not gonna see a follow up here though. It doesn't look like. Maybe he got a little too antsy. But we are gonna see Pharaoh come in, try and save that Plague. I don't think Plague was ever in any danger. We do have a looks like barbed armor, yeah, on Hellbringer already. So great pickup right there by Hellbringer. He's got the barbed armor. That's always fun to see. I love Hellbringer as a hero. He's just overall really good. Was just as OP as he is now in Dota. I mean, just his overall character build is just, it's a great support hero. He's got a lot of capabilities, so always like to see him being played. And I guess that's why he's always been, except for this game, Wet.
Yeah, his ultimate, goes through Shrunken Head, so he's just a very powerful hero. He has a lot of uses, and he can take care of himself with that healing ability that he has.
Oh, Thunder getting a little too antsy over there at the top of the middle lane. He's playing a little too careless right now. Wow. I think that actually broke the tethers from the Puppet. So, a crazy good. I can't think of the name of that right now. But there it is, Tablet of Command. So, that was really good right there. And I'm glad that the Hellborn team back. They were playing too close up with a lot of low HP. And I think it would have just turned really bad had Plague came in with a slow and Swiftblade came in as well, and just all that stuff. It just would have went really bad for the Hellborn team. So glad they backed, came to their senses a little bit. We're gonna have Hellbringer coming down bottom, getting some farm action going on. Hellborn doing really well so far. Gold per minute for the Legion team is looking very sluggish. Their top gold per minute is 208 right now, which is Swiftblade. The gold per minute though, the controller is currently the Thunderbringer right now at 358. Or no, excuse me, it is Hellbringer at 363. So a lot of high gold per minutes on that team, Wet.
Yeah, and it's bad when you know, the supports have similar gold to the carries on their team. And this monkey is so fast. He's had a haste rune almost the entire game.
Oh, Thunderbringer, yeah, he's always spreading speedy. Wow. All right, so we're gonna see a couple of quick bolts of lightning on those two right there. We're gonna see a Malphys ult, and Malphys is gonna pick up the kill right there on the D-Sham. Then Plague's gonna go down right after that, and we're gonna see Thunderbringer blast lightning that Pharaoh down right afterwards. They're gonna push this tower. It looks like Swiftblade gonna come in here trying to defend it. Yellow not responding fast enough. Didn't have a TP. Maybe just didn't want to go into the carnage. Not sure. He's still down there farming. This tower looks like it's gonna. Yeah, but they nerf Striders.
These guys, Striders, Tablet of Command, and a haste rune all the time.
Oh, we're gonna see a stun here. He's gonna morph though. He's not gonna follow up with the morph. There's a spin. I think they should follow her. They might be able to get a stun. No, they're not gonna follow her. They're gonna back. They did get the tower though. Almost 20,000. I'm getting a little ahead of myself. It is only around 18,000, but it's close to 20,000 gold difference right there, and 10,000 experience difference. Hellborn up on that. 18 to 3 on hero kills. 4 tower difference. This screams Hellborn right now, unless the Legion can do something crazy. Oh, is he gonna get it off? Oh, Puppet with that like millisecond right there. So Puppet gonna get away, not with much HP though. Hellbringer probably a little bummed out. He really wanted that kill. And we're gonna see a quick push here on this middle tower. They need to get a tower down wet. This is what they need, right?
Yeah, towers will definitely help, but it's a bad sign when Swiftblade's having to farm with her team, because now she's gonna get more behind on the experience.
Yeah, I don't like Swiftblade as a carry. I mean, understandably, she is a hard carry. Regardless, you know, I know she has. It's not really an easy time right now, but I just don't like her whole setup of hero abilities as a carry. I think she's a glorified carry. She's not. She shouldn't be listed. I don't like it. I mean, it is what it is, but I don't like to ever say, hey, I'm going to carry with Swiftblade. But it was a great. I think it was a great selection based on the Hellborn team's pickups. I just don't think it's working out so far because their team isn't as well devised as the Hellborn team. They're not working together like they should be, so they need to pick that up real fast as the winning the game right now just keeps going farther and farther away. Puppet trying to get a quick kill there though. We're gonna see Flint follow this up. One more hit. There it is. Headshot. Oh, he's gonna outrange it though with the fog, or he canceled it. One of the two. Oh, he's gonna still get it off. He's gonna get it off. Oh, he outranged it again. Get it off, Flint. Oh, I waited too long. I wanted to hear headshot, so we're not going to hear headshot. It's no big deal, though. Flint's going to shrug it off. He's going to get out of there. Top lane going down right now. 3 heroes. We're going to see some kind of a counter gank. Massive team fight coming on down here. They're going to go into the woods. Might be a bad idea to do. They don't see these guys here. Witchslayer's going to run up, trying to get a stun into morph. He gets the morph. There goes some damage. Swiftblade's going to go down before he even knows what happened. Oh wow, Pharaoh's gonna go down after getting the mummies. Witchslayer getting away with that 1 HP. The Pharaoh Plague Rider ult's taking a beating though to that team, and Plague Rider's gonna get away. Gonna get away? Is he? No. Ult was down though from Thunderbringer, so we are gonna see a hat trick by that Flint. He's getting some well-deserved gold. Only one left up right now is Puppet. He's middle. Puppet never seems to be with the team. What?
Yeah, it was just unfortunate, you know, he got so low health, had to go back to the well while they were pushing top. And you saw orange ping on yellow. I think they're noticing that there's a lack of coordination in their team.
And gold differences have now gotten to 20,000 gold, 15,000 experience. We're going to see some Poridons though. Hellborn team not going to back up. Okay, what we got going on right here, we got Puppet Master coming up. Here comes the Puppet. Flint Beastwood's getting beat on. Ult there by Swiftblade. Hellbringer trying to run. There goes Barbed Armor. Hellbringer's going to stay though. Look at this tanky boss right here. Hellbringer being a boss right now. He's going to get him. No, Hellbringer's going to have to back run. Hellbringer, run! Oh, he's going to get the kill. He's going to stay. Holy crap. Hellbringer's going to double tap that right there. I can't believe my eyes, dude.
Wow. That's just a superb play by Hellbringer. He had everything perfect. Everything was perfect.
Oh my God. I'm sorry. Someone needs to cue up that Usher song where it's like, oh, 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 because that was just retarded. Retarded. I cannot believe we just saw that there by that Hellbringer. It was such an incredible play that I'm going to have to watch it again and again just to understand what happened. So, a great play, a great team fight. 20,000 still right there for the gold. 24-5 on the hero kills. 3 towers down, the Legion are. That's right, a little bit of Yoda right there. And I don't know what this game is. Just it's a good game, but it's really one-sided. Oh, Flint with an ult. Not gonna do anything though. Switchblade knows he can spin, but she's gonna go right at him. I don't know. Flint, go get her. And Flint's gonna realize that, but you know, back up. A little too late. So, what do you think so far, man? I just need to take time to.
It sounds like you're trying to impose your will on the Flint Beastwood.
Because I'm like, go. I'm really aggressive when I play. That's one of my worst qualities, I think. When I play this game, I'm really aggressive. You know, you play with me a lot, Wet. You'd know. But I don't know. I think Flint could have got away. I definitely think Flint could have got her. Flint's stalking this Puppet Master right now. Puppet Master being led like an unsuspecting victim. I don't know. Oh, he's gonna rejoin his team. Flint's not gonna have the chance to get him. He's not gonna go past that line. But we're gonna see maybe a tower dive here for these kills. There goes a couple of stuns being tossed out. Malphit's going down. It looks like 2 are gonna go down. 3 are gonna go down. 4 are gonna go down. Is 5 gonna go down? Puppet gonna get away. Flint's trying to go. No, Flint's not gonna get him. 4 gonna go down there. A lot of stuns being tossed out. You pretty much saw it. Hammer stun came in there. Nice hammer there. Nice couple of stuns. Malphite came out, and a really fast concede here by the Legion team. I thought it was gonna happen when you called it Wet, as it was pretty one-sided. I think it was a great game. I think anybody who watches it, although it was one-sided, is going to think it was a great game. Any last comments on the game, Wet?
Double tap. Yeah, the problem is I think the Hellborn just iCry just completely outpicked them. Like one of the best ways to counter Pharaoh is to be so bursty that Pharaoh can't do anything. One of the best ways to counter Swiftblade is to get Hellbringer so you can ultimate during his spin. They just had an answer for everything on the Legion's team. So I think it's a case of being outpicked. Outplayed, yeah, they were outplayed, but their hero choices were just so much better than the Legion.
Yeah, and a word on that as well. When I did an interview with some of the iCry players, they did say in the last game with Clubhouse, they kind of let them pick the heroes that they normally would, minus Bubbles. And they kind of, said, hey, you take this because, we know how we're going to counter it. So maybe a little bit of that here, too, kind of giving them the heroes that they most likely were going to play and just countering them overall. But I think it was a great game. A pleasure to have you, Kuzminko, here as always, overseeing the cast. It was a good game. I hope you enjoyed it. Wet, I know you enjoyed it. I'm having a field day over here. I have it set up Xfire. Once we fix up this whole delay issue and we can actually get it going live, I will have Xfire ready to go for those in-game shoutouts. But as of right now, I still don't have Xfire. I'm pretty damn lazy. So here from e-rev TV, I'm Big Max. He's Wet the System. We're signing off.